Welcome to Animated Movie Recap. Today we will talk about the film named Wolf Children. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. Hannah is a young, bustling woman who attends university and works part-time as a dry cleaner. One day she meets a tall, handsome young man who doesn't attend the university. They began to date after they had many conversations. The man eventually reveals to Hannah that he can turn into a wolf at night. Hannah was worried about this. It is revealed that the man is the last one of his kind. The two had sex in Hannah's apartment. Hannah is pregnant and gives birth to Yuki, a girl in her apartment, delivered by Hannah and the man. Hannah is again pregnant and gives birth to a baby boy named Aim. On a rainy spring day, the father mysteriously disappears and is found dead in the river trying to find food for his children that same day. Hannah tries to raise the children with the few savings left by the wolf man, but Yuki's inability to switch between her human and wolf forms causes problems. Hannah also tries to hide their wolf forms from people in the city. However, with Yuki this is also a problem. Yuki is very active while Aim remains by his mother. After social workers try to check on the children, as they have never had vaccinations, Hannah decides she has had enough and moves to the countryside away from prying neighbors. It is hard to live in the countryside, as plants die within days of being planted. There are very few savings, and the house needs repairs. Yuki and Aim go on adventures in the forest, hunting animals and playing while Hannah repairs their house. The plants will grow into potatoes with Nirasaki's assistance. People around the area exchange potatoes for much-needed goods because of the large harvest. The neighbors begin to wonder why Hannah's fields grew crops so well, whereas all other crops were destroyed by the boar. In the winter, Yuki and Aim travel through the snow with Hannah following. Aim tries to catch a kingfisher, but he falls into a river. Yuki rescues Aim shortly thereafter. Hannah then notices Aim lying motionless. Hannah then embraces him, Aim saying that she is holding him too tightly. Yuki, now 5 years old, begins school by following Hannah's instructions. This includes a promise not to transform into a wolf. Yuki is initially nervous, but she becomes less anxious as the days go by. Yuki makes friends and eventually passes up school. They eventually freak out over Yuki's strange and frightening finds, including bones and dried reptiles. Yuki promises to be more gracious and ladylike so that she can get along with her friends. Hannah even made her a blue dress to wear to school. Aim is also a student, but he doesn't stay long in school because he is bullied. Hannah becomes a nature conservationist, but she is not paid much, which is no problem for her. Aim accompanies her and visits the old timber wolf. Sometimes, Aim transforms into a wolf right in front of her. Yuki enters the 4th grade after many years. Sohei, a transfer student, discovers that Yuki is having a problem. Yuki, who is being constantly followed by Sohei, one day, becomes angry and transforms into a wolf, cutting off his ear. Yuki is upset because her class suspects that Yuki attacked them. Yuki stops going to school for several days, while Sohei visits her daily, giving her homework as well as the food he collects. Yuki refuses his visit. Sohei, however, claims that Yuki was attacked by a wolf and letting Yuki go of the blame. They become close friends after a few more visits and Yuki joins them. Aim starts to go into the mountains more often and visit Sensei, the leader of the forest fox. Yuki and Aim have a heated argument about whether they are wolves or humans. As Hannah attempts to stop them, they fight in wolf forms and cause quite a lot of destruction to their house. They are on different paths. She realizes a large amount of storms occur, which makes Aim worried that something bad will happen to the forest. Aim starts to visit the mountains more often. When he returns, Aim reveals Sensei's leg is hurt. He might die and Aim might take over Sensei's responsibilities. Hannah pleads with him to stay at home. This is what she does again when Yuki goes to school. The children are forced to leave school early due to a severe storm. They wait for their parents before they pick them up. They are all picked up one by one except for Yuki and Sohei, who are 2 of the 4 children. Sohei falls asleep while Yuki searches for him. 2 other students are left behind, and the principal picks them up in the school car. Aim leaves Hannah at home, and Hannah attempts to find him, but with no luck, she falls into puddles, slides down hills, and fails to locate him. Yuki and Sohei hide in a classroom. Sohei tells Yuki that his mom is married and that she's pregnant. He said that once the baby is born, he wouldn't be needed again and that he would run away from home becoming a boxer or wrestler. Yuki also tells Sohei that she was the one who attacked him. Sohei knew, but did not tell anyone. Yuki is grateful that he kept his promise not to tell anyone. Hana is asleep in the forest. In her dream, Hana sees her Wolfman in a field of flowers. He informs her that she raised the children well, and that Aim is now an adult. In the real world, Aim is carrying Hana to an abandoned parking lot, and it is still raining. Hana wakes up when Aim puts her down. Hana begs him to return, but Aim resists and transforms into a wolf. Hana watches as the wolf runs away. The wolf reaches the highest point of a mountainside and howls for quite a while. The sun starts to rise again because of this. Aim stops howling and runs away while Hana bids goodbye. 2 years later, and shown in photos, Yuki leaves the house for the dorms in junior high school. It is revealed that Hana still lives in the countryside. She is seen dipping a kebab in a sauce and then placing it in a small bowl beside the license plate of the man she had dated so many years ago. With this movie ends, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it.